Jeff Symbieta, J.J. Buck, A. Marie on the way to an airplane. What is good, y'alls?
What it do?
Happy football season.
How you living? You feeling different this morning?
Yes.
Do you? What's different about the way you got a little strut in your strut?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going on vacation.
You got a little New York in you. You can get off the plane. You got get your accent back a little bit, huh?
I'm getting my dog.
You get an effing attitude because you go there every there's a lot of effings, right? There's a lot of f bombs. They just drop.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
you
part
just
of
throw it. You know what I'm telling you is there, right? You get an effing dog, a knish, my ash. You know. All right. How long are you gonna be there, by the way? When are you coming back?
I'll be back Tuesday morning to the opening drive.
Really? You'll be here like Tuesday morning? That's a quick birthday weekend trip.
Yes.
All right. You ready for this season? You all fired up? You got everything ready? Your teams are all set?
All drafts are done.
Yeah. What about you, dude? You good?
Good.
How you feeling?
Well, it already was football season, but now it
was college football
goes
season,
to
and high school football season.
an elite level for everyone.
Well, yeah, it just takes it into full bore now, right? I mean, now it's
Into the fantasy football overload, your bookies, your
bookies.
FanDuels, your DraftKings. It's crazy now.
How differently do you do football season now? By the way, good morning, Adrian. He's producing on television on ProView Networks and on our Facebook page, the OD and the AM, Comcast Channel 26. How differently do you do football season now than you did maybe 5-10 years ago? Like let's just say 5 years ago. Between the FanDuels, your daily fantasies, the red zone. I don't know how it feels like the red zone's relatively new, but maybe it isn't.
God, I love Red Zone.
Yeah, I mean, just take it before Red Zone, before FanDuel, or if you did, if you do any of the daily fantasies, and now you can wager anywhere you want. Like, how differently do you do football season now than you
Watch
did?
your games anywhere.
Yeah, on your phone. Remember when it was a big deal? That was a great DirecTV commercial when Eli and Peyton came out. Football on your phone, football in your pants, football. That whole. Remember that whole? That was a great one. Remember that one?
I gotta look it up.
You don't remember that? Oh, find that commercial. Football on your phone. Is football in your pants? Is football where you walk? Is football where you dance? And it was a whole. Yeah, it was good. How differently you do it now?
For me,
Yeah.
once it got into Red Zone, that's how I watched the NFL.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Because I'm able to see a little bit of everything, which is what you have to do.
Where do you get Red Zone? Do you get the NFL Network Red Zone on Hulu?
It depends on
Yeah.
what fits in the budget.
Seriously.
So what makes
No, it's
sense.
spendy.
And especially to do this job, that's the way I want to watch football.
Write it off.
I don't
forget that.
I grew up a huge Denver Bronco fans, but I don't just sit there and watch that game only. Like, I want to see everything. I want to know what's going on. I want to see the biggest plays from every game.
Yeah. So you don't when the Broncos are on Sunday afternoon and they're playing the Raiders at 2:15. It's not just Broncos game now. It's still Red Zone. Or do you split screen it?
I'll split screen it.
By the way, picture-in-picture is just a beautiful, beautiful thing. I mean, God bless that thing. Especially when the World Series starts or when the Ryder Cup's going to be on or stuff like that. And you can, if you got a 70-inch plus screen or 60-inch, whatever. I mean, they're big screens. Whatever you do, oh, yeah, buddy. I mean, it's different. All right, you ready? We got a lot to do today. Here's what we're going to do. Amory, I'm not sure we went over this in our pre-production meeting, so I'll get it to you now. Our guest list this morning, 8 o'clock this morning, Mike Bradbury. We are going to talk a little hoops today. The Lobo women's basketball schedule is out. Basically what that means is J.J. Buck can plan his fall travel and his winter travel. So, well, it means a lot more than that. But Mike Bradbury is going to be with us, the Lobo women's basketball coach at 8 o'clock. We'll go through that. They got home games, Arizona State. They go to Tampa. Mississippi State's on that schedule there. So they got a schedule coming at them now. So we're going to talk to him at 8 o'clock about his club. 8:30, Jerry Palm, CBSSports.com, is going to be with us as we look back at the weekend that was in college football. What a bonkers week number one. And then look ahead. Texas, Alabama highlights this weekend. Of course, Lobos and Boise State. We'll talk about that. And we'll certainly talk about that at 9 o'clock with Lobo wide receiver Jordan Porter, who's going to join us at 9 o'clock this morning. The transfer from Arizona State, who the Lobos are expecting such big things from. So you're going to get to meet Lobo receiver Jordan Porter coming up at 9 o'clock this morning. So that's what we got for you today on the opening drive. You're welcome to get in, of course, at some point today. JJ, I don't know where that fits on our schedule today, but we got to do our division picks, don't we? Have you guys got it all settled? I probably should think about. Oh, you do? You got it all. Look, you got your hair did. You got makeup on and everything.
I'm
You look
leaving
like-
right
I mean,
after
like,
work.
You look like you're ready to jet set.
I'm leaving right after work.
Yeah, you've been taking people's advice, huh?
Yeah. Get ready for that's really so.
I don't even know why that makes me laugh. It just
Oh,
kinda
it's
does.
funny. Kyle said the same thing.
Did he?
Yeah, it was really funny.
So your husband and I somehow think on the same terms a lot.
it's very
Do
funny.
you realize that?
Yeah, no, I love
well,
it.
I mean, we're like on the same thought plane
Same
a
sense
lot.
of humor too, which is good.
Wow. All right. I don't know. Is JJ your work husband and I'm just that guy?
That's really funny.
I don't even know
though.
what that even means. All right. 505-246-0610. 888-922-0610. Your emails will come in. Jeff at 610. What's our email? Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. That's what it is. Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com and JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. All right. Rams Bills tonight. The Matthew Stafford thing is going to be so scrutinized. It came out evidently that he had off-season elbow procedure, whatever that means. He had pain last year. He's been hampered supposedly throughout camp. Sources, whoever sources are, say that Stafford feels better now than he did at this time last year. I guess he said he had no limitations. He's ready. He feels good. Should Ram fan be concerned about Matthew Stafford's arm?
This is one. Show me tonight.
Because you haven't
What's
seen
the
him
point?
at all.
Yeah, what's the point of sitting here going, "Oh, be concerned"?
I'm concerned.
And
I'll
then-
tell you straight up, I am.
and goes out there and Sean McVay lets him throw 50 passes,
Yeah.
and he looks fine. Because you don't know what kind of procedure was something to help clean it up.
Right.
Was there like a bone spur and they got rid of it, and now he does feel great, and he has, like, you have no idea what it was because it obviously wasn't major ligament surgery, or he wouldn't be playing quarterback
I
right now.
imagine it would. Yeah, not Tommy John surgery
yeah.
or something. You got a 34-year-old quarterback who had an injection in his elbow last year and then had off-season. I don't care if it's. I'm concerned. I'm not gonna lie. As a Ram fan or someone who grew up a Ram fan, I am. Yeah, hell yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to limit them then?
I don't know. I'm concerned. That's like you. I want to see what it looks like tonight. I'm not sold on their running game because Cam Akers can't stay healthy. Cam Akers, or as the auto draft said, Cam Akers can't stay healthy. And so, yeah, I'm a little bit worried. I think that look, I love Cooper Kupp. I love the addition of Allen Robinson. A little bit worried about plugging in, replacing Whitworth on the offensive line, but I think they should be okay. I think they'll run the ball. But, yeah, I'm a little bit queasy about a quarterback who didn't do much during the preseason camp, who has to keep saying he's fine. Now, if he goes out and looks great today, then fine. You relieve my concerns. But yeah, everything I'm reading and listening to about a 34-year-old quarterback who finally got what he was hungry for. I'm hoping he's still hungry.
It's a young man.
It is a
that
young man.
The elbow injury has nothing to do with him being hungry. It has everything to do with throw a lot of footballs. Sometimes things get sore.
Yeah, I think that's right. And so when things get sore, is that a concern? That's all. I'm not panicking. I picked him in a draft. If that means anything to you. I'm not panicking.
And I also think it's
But I'm
something
concerned.
that we're so accustomed to these dudes going through so many things
Yeah.
and getting this procedure, getting that injection, most injections, and then showing back up and ready to go.
All
And I
right.
think that's kind of how I feel with this is things are going to happen at times. It's a procedure, which is never comfortable.
Right.
But it wasn't, at least of anything we know, if it was to repair major elbow damage, he wouldn't be the starting quarterback for the Rams
Yeah,
right now.
let me equate this a little bit, and I know it's not absolutely comparable, but it is somewhat. I mean, it's just not totally analogous. But remember last year at this time, Dak was coming off the major surgery, and I was like, damn, yeah, I'm a little concerned about that guy coming back. And then he came out and had a great game one, and it alleviated all the concerns, right? That's kind of where I am with this. It's a quarterback who's going to get hit, that's where I am. I remember, and I was wrong on this one last year. I was concerned about Dak coming out. How's he going to go take a hit? How's he going to be? How's he going to be first live action? They didn't run him in the preseason. And he went out and he was spectacular in the first week, and it totally alleviated the concerns. That's where I am with Matthew Stafford. So let me ask you this: of the quarterbacks who had off-season, off-field concerns, what different concerns? Okay, whether it's Tom Brady with whatever's going on with him, whether it's Matthew Stafford with his elbow, whether it's Lamar with the contract situation. Am I missing anybody else? Joe Burrow had a little issue, right? Didn't he have a procedure in the offseason?
Appendectomy.
Right? What you said. Of those guys, and I don't think I'm missing anybody else. Stuff that's still kind of lingering. Which one of them would concern you the most, if any? You can say I'm fine with all of them. Brady, Burrow, Stafford, and who else did I tell you?
Well, we don't even. Tom Brady is.
Brady's got whatever's going on. Who knows? I don't know.
We have no idea.
No idea. Burrow's had the appendectomy. Lamar's got the contract situation. Stafford's got the elbow.
I think the contract situation is
100% right.
0%.
I agree with you 1,000%.
Everyone's saying that there's going to be this, these guys are going to be overthinking it and so much pressure on the offensive line. Lamar Jackson could get hurt this year. Lamar Jackson is still getting paid.
$23.1 million, I think, or $24.1
well,
million. Yeah.
We saw the same thing happen with Dak Prescott. He still got his contract extension after he snapped his ankle.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
And maybe it affects the amount of guaranteed money he gets, which is really unfortunate. But either way, Lamar Jackson's going to be under contract.
I think he's going to have a hell of a year. I really do.
Whether it's franchise tag or an extended deal.
Yeah. So, do any of those concern you? Any of them? I mean, because the answer could be none of the above, dude. Like you could literally say,
no.
Yeah, I'm not concerned about Stafford's elbow. I'm not concerned about whatever Brady's got going on. Lamar's contract doesn't worry me at all. And Joe Burrow's appendectomy, people get that mess all the time, and I'm not worried. I mean, the answer could be none.
The thing with Tom Brady too, it's just the unknown. Are we saying he's dealing with a family medical issue? Is he dealing with medical issue himself? Is he dealing with mental frustration of something? So that one it's the hardest to judge.
Yeah, nobody knows. Hey, Marie, do you have a concern about any of those guys, Brady or Stafford or Lamar or Joe Burrow?
No.
All right, my only concern is Stafford. I'm concerned. Now, look, if we sit here tomorrow and he chucks the ball around the yard and looks really good, my concern is alleviated. It's really just like going into that whole thing with Dak last year. Let me see something. The guy who throws the football, elbow was the issue. Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned. 505-246-0610. We're going to do picks. Who do you got? Who are your 7 playoff teams in each conference to go to the playoffs as the National Football League season gets started tonight, boys and girls? Rams and Bills. Oh, yeah, but what time do they go tonight? 6:20? Yeah, I'm stoked. It's the opening drive. Glad you're with us. 8 o'clock, Mike Bradbury. 8:30, Jerry Palm. 9 o'clock, global receiver Jordan Porter. That's our guest list, so you know where you fit in. On the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
For the real. We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community.
Patriots fans, you know that. How about the Brady fans? Are they more Brady fans or are they Patriot fans?
A lot of my Patriot fans are happy for Tom and still support him.
So who do they root for? What's their team? What's
Patriots.
their jersey?
The Patriots.
The Patriots.
Yeah.
NBA is more of a player league than the NFL, right?
Totally.
NBA,
Yes, it is.
NBA. All right, my guy just went to the Cleveland Cavaliers, so now I'm a Cavalier fan. Right, more so than the NFL. All right, we're in it now. 505-246-0610. I think I might be getting emails, but I think I might not be. But you can send them. Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com.
I don't know what that's about.
JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. Well, my mailbox was full, so I've been in the process of cleaning it out. Text line is open. That is 505-246-0610. Speech is in there. He picks the Bills. Diggs will have a big game. And Von Miller will get to Stafford a lot, he says. Plus, when championship teams get their banner and their rings on game day, they usually come out flat. I believe the record is 10-5 since they've been doing this. The home team wins, if that means anything to you. And obviously,
Seems like it's advantage home team.
It feels like it would be, but so that's where that is. All right, 246-0610. Lobos and Boise State. That's tomorrow night. I'm not sure what. There's been a buzz. Do you feel a buzz? Whether it's people talking about it's a Friday night game, whether it's people saying I can't go because I'm going to the La Cueva game, or I'm going to the Academy game, or I'm going to my high school game. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I almost pulled out of it on Friday night.
Ooh, look at you
I'm
over
not.
here.
No. Hear me.
Pulling out of it to go.
Hear me. I had a buddy who called yesterday, said, "Hey, I need you on standby. My fiance might not be able to go. She's got an issue. Can you make it?" And I'm like, "Let me move some stuff around because this one's special." Alabama at Texas on Saturday morning. It would have been a fly out Friday evening.
Okay.
Go to Alabama, Texas,
Okay.
and come back Saturday night. I would have had to miss cross country.
I get it. It's not Lobo football. It's not Texas. It's not Notre Dame. I
knew
wouldn't
that.
show up to that.
Right? What would you have done there? Would you have said hell no?
Like, I have a contract. I'll be at work.
You got to work. All right. Hey, Marie, would you have gone? But I'm not going.
You're going to Alabama, Texas.
I told him I'm not going. I'm staying here for this. He told me I'm not going. I didn't tell him.
I was like,
I mean, that'd
be fun.
Yeah. The athletic director of Texas is a New Mexico guy, Chris Del Conte, Taos, New Mexico. And so there's a little bit of a connection there.
They brought some green chili.
Oh, see it? I wouldn't have even charged him extra for it. I'd have put it right there in his
nice
beard.
little gift for you.
Yeah, here we go. Yep, some hat screens. But I'll be there tomorrow night.
Reluctantly.
All right, the more you think about it, and I know you've looked at Lobos tomorrow night. The more you look at it, the more you think about it. Are you still? I know you've been since day one, before we were in Vegas, and certainly after we came back. That the Boise State is going to pump them, or at least handle them pretty well, right? I mean, you've been on Boise State. Are you still there? Because the more I think about it, I think the Lobos can play with them, and I don't know if I think they can beat them. Okay,
I am not expecting or wanting to see this be one of those 45-10 games. I don't think it gets there. This is the game you want to see the Lobos compete in. That's my expectation.
All right, so
and what does that mean?
At halftime,
it's not
we're
being
still
down
interested.
by 24, 25 points at halftime.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Because a lot of people are going to look at Boise State and go, "Well, they ain't that good."
Well, and which is wrong, by the way.
And that it's just flat out wrong. They played a bad game
against a good
Oregon
team.
State. Oregon State is an improving team with good players. If you watched any of that game when you got home Saturday night, which I think a lot of people did, given the fact it's Boise State, they're right around the corner, because this is still Boise State versus the rest of the Mountain West. And the Lobos, they could be, Jeff, and that's the whole, all right, show me it.
Yeah, I know.
Ain't that team yet where you go, oof, this is one they're going to get.
So here's one of the misnomers, and it's a little bit dangerous in this situation. The Boise State isn't very good, and that Oregon State isn't very good. First of all, Oregon State is a decent, I'm not going to tell you great, Pac-12 team, right? They're getting Pac-12 athletes. They went to a bowl game last year. They're a program that's on the rise. And I know that's the program that it's easy when you talk about the Pac-12. Well, them and Washington State are going to get left out, and they're going to okay. That's the one that you look at and say they have been down. And you're not wrong when you say they have been down. That is a program that if you paid them any attention over the last couple of years, you realize they are getting better. And it's not that they just went out and got beat by Oregon Tech, right?
Yeah, and I do think it shows the level of respect Boise State has, that so many people were disappointed in that performance.
I'm going to tell you both of those Mountain West Pac-12 games last week.
Oh, that's
the San Diego State Arizona game and Boise State Oregon State. It was 2, 3, 4 years ago.
I would have lost both those games.
I would have too. This past weekend, it was just a few years ago where the Pac-12 was winning those games. Maybe not. San Diego State's done really well against the Pac-12, but it's evolved to the point where a lot of people were surprised and as you said, disappointed in the Mountain West teams in Boise State and San Diego State, the way they played against those Pac-12 teams and losing those games. Yeah. Both, was Boise State favored? San Diego State was favored.
I think they were it was 1.5, 2 points.
So it was a
Oregon
tight
State.
spread. Yeah. So this whole thing is swung. So I think one of the biggest disservices you can do this Lobo team, it's not even not going. I think it's just saying, well, Boise State isn't good. And if for some reason they lose this game to Boise State, and you say, well, see, they're not very good, and Boise State's down, the league's down, and everybody's down. And Oregon State is now. If Oregon State goes 2-10, you're going to play this back and say on September 8th. Okay, boy, Oregon State's not a garbage team, and I think that's one of the biggest disservices you can do. And we're going on reputation here, which is 100% what everybody's going on with this New Mexico game, right? You're going on reputation. Boise State, they're a better program than New Mexico, so they should beat the hell out of New Mexico.
Well, Lobos also got more respect. And that line opened 16, 17 points as opposed to 27
Where is
points.
it now? Has it moved? We'll check. All right, 505-246-0610. We'll go to the phones when we come back. 888-922-0610. Your emails, Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com and JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. You tired of living with chronic pain? If you've got pain, I know you are. If you've got knee pain, joint pain, hips, back, whatever, I know you're tired of living with it. You don't have to live with it anymore. Listen carefully, because now there are new regenerative treatments available here in Albuquerque. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader when it comes to regenerative medicine. They're open, giving lasting relief to people with joint pain. They use the latest in precision medicine with natural biologics. It's an exciting, non-surgical approach, and it can restore and repair damaged tissue in your joints, and it can get you moving again. So you're walking around every day, your back hurts, your elbow hurts, your shoulder hurts, and you've tried everything. The doctor says you need steroids or you need surgery. Don't listen to the old ways being the only ways. This is non-surgical, no downtime, no drugs. It's like a free second opinion, a free consultation. Call today, schedule your free consultation with the medical professionals at QC Kinetics. 505-226-8688. 505-226-88. That's QC Kinetics. 505-226-8688.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rams and Bills open the football season tonight. Tomorrow will be game day around here. It'll be the Lobos and the Boise State Broncos. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck. We welcome you in today at 505-246-0610. 505-246-0610. Well, game day, Edward's in. Hello, Edward.
It's a day of jubilation and celebration. I feel a little out of sorts because for about 2 decades, you know, I would get up and put up my Patriots Christmas tree because the holiday season kicks off today. Holiday season doesn't kick off Thanksgiving Day. Holiday season kicks off the day the NFL starts. And I'd throw up my Patriots tree, and then I would watch the Tom Brady Classic because the team that wins the Super Bowl usually opens up the season. And you know, I would settle in and be comfortable and enjoy. It was just a momentous day. But you know, Jeff, it's a big day for you and Rams fans.
That's right.
They're going to raise the banner. There's some monumental events happening today. They're going to raise that banner. They're going to sport those rings. But the most important thing is they're going to unveil a statue of that backfield official that threw that flag on third and goal from the 7 that essentially won the game for the Rams. I'm kidding with you.
I'm not biting.
But they're going to build that statue of that official right in front of the stadium. So every time Ram fans go to the stadium, they'll say, that was the biggest play of our season. I joke with you, my friend.
I know you do. And that's why I'm not biting.
It is a big day, but they are making that statue, by the way. You know, I have a trivia question for you, and then I want to talk about the picks real quick. In my lifetime, there's been 3, possibly 4 players in the major 4 sport groups, basketball, football, baseball, and hockey, that for the duration of their career, they've had a legitimate chance to win the championship almost every year of their career, over 20-year span. Can you name them? Don't name them now.
Wait.
Possibly
what's the criteria again?
They had a legitimate chance over their 20 years, for most of the seasons of their 20-year career, to win the championship.
In the NFL?
NFL, baseball, football,
so
football, and hockey.
They're all your favorites, right? I mean, it's Tommy
There's
and
only
LeBron.
There's only been 4.
All right.
I'll just name them for you.
Yeah, Tommy and LeBron.
Kareem, Brady, LeBron, and Gretzky. And Gretzky, I'm not even sure that's the case. Those are the only 4 that had a legitimate chance to win the championship for the majority of their career over 20 years. Think about that.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, here's my projection. I know the city of Albuquerque and people in the 575 have been anxiously waiting for my picks because they make money off of them.
No doubt.
In the AFC, I think the Bills are going to be the number 1 seed. And it'd be great to host the AFC title game in that cold weather stadium, but it'd be too cold to go. So if I had tickets, I might stay home and watch Seinfeld or something. But I think they're going to host the AFC title game. I think the Titans are going to win the South. I think the Bengals, they're not going to experience that hex of going to the Super Bowl. Their quarterback is the next coming of Joe Montana. That guy is amazing and, was very close to winning the championship last year. So I think the Bengals are going to win the North. And I think the Chargers, you guys know this, the Chargers are favored in 15 of their 17 games.
I know.
15 of 17 games they're favored.
And they're still the damn Chargers.
And then I think the Chiefs are going to be the wild card. I think the Ravens are going to be a wild card. And I think A-Lister's husband's team, the Colts, are going to be – because half the team makes the playoffs now. Half the league makes the playoffs, so the Colts will be a wild card.
That's her team.
In the NFC,
her team-in-law. That's the term. Team-in-law. That's the term.
Yeah, that's her team-in-law, exactly. I think the Packers, if they win Sunday, A-Lister, no hex here, if the Packers win on the road, they're going to win 13 or 14 games this year. And I think they're going to get to be the 1 seed. I think the Niners are going to win the West. I think the Eagles are going to win the East. And I think the Buccaneers, do you really trust Jameis Winston, Jeff, and JJ?
Yeah, I'm starting
do you really trust that guy?
I'm starting to, yeah.
I
kind of do.
I think the Buccaneers are going to win the South, and then the Rams, Vikings, the Cardinals are going to be the wild cards. But let me ask you, Jeff. Here's my prop bet to you.
Yeah.
Is it more likely that the Rams make it back to the Super Bowl and win it, or miss the playoffs entirely? Don't answer that. Just ponder the thought, and we'll do it on our text thread.
All right.
The MVP, I think, is going to be Rodgers, which will win his 3rd consecutive MVP. Last guy to do that was Favre in 94, 95, 96. And Defensive Player of the Year is Watt. And I think the Bills are going to beat the Chargers. The Bills and Chargers are going to play the AFC, and the 49ers and the Buccaneers are going to play in the NFC. And I think the Bills are going to get that elusive Super Bowl championship.
Right on. All right, it's all written down. All right, my friend, enjoy it.
So let it be written,
let it be
so
said.
let it be done.
See you.
Have a great day, my friends.
All right, there's a lot in there. There's a lot in there. More likely, and I don't think either one's going to happen. Rams miss the playoffs or win the Super Bowl. I'm more likely to win this, get back and win it, than miss the playoffs. I think. You, miss the playoffs or win the Super Bowl for the Rams. More likely. I don't think either one.
Either one.
Yeah, but more likely.
Go.
You think they'd miss the playoffs before they'd win the Super Bowl again?
Yes.
Okay. It's interesting.
As a thought.
That's fine. All right, a lot there. When are we doing our picks, by the way?
Whenever you want.
Well, I mean, it's going to have to be in the 9 o'clock hour, like 9:30, in fact, right before Marie gets on the plane.
Can't wait.
You got all your snacks for the plane? You all snacked up? You got green chili?
You know, I'm not really a snack guy. I'm more of a liquor person. When it
Yeah,
comes
but you
to
can't
flying.
bring that.
I know.
Theoretically. You're not. I don't eat. I just drink.
I'm like,
I eat. I got your eating right here. I don't
Gin and
eat.
tonics are my drink on the plane, though.
Are they really?
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
Do you do drink gin and tonics in regular life, like walking around, like when you go to
like
a bar?
Weddings.
So
Sometimes,
that's
but
your
like,
hoity-toity drink?
Gin and tonic is like my traveling
Is that
airplane drink.
right?
Isn't that weird?
It's interesting. All right.
I don't know why.
It's a
Just
nice
when I
one.
fly, I like to drink it.
Yeah, it's a nice, refreshing taste. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ma'am, may I have another? Ma'am, may I have
Ma'am?
You're overserved, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Yeah. You know,
Because the first half, we're going to be on the plane watching the game.
tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, the first half of the game, not the first half of your flight.
No.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Just
It's
let
like,
you know.
well, how's that timing all work?
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right, 505-246-0610. You can call your shot. Who's going to win the Super Bowl? It's so easy. It's the day it starts. It's the easiest day to do radio, right? I mean, who's going to win the Super Bowl? Go! Open the phones. 505-246-0610. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is winning MVP, although I think he's having a good season. I just don't know that I think the voters will give him another MVP. I think they're going to go another way. Herbert is the big, everybody's in love with pick to win MVP, right?
I like Josh Allen.
Josh Allen's a nice one. Yeah. Former guest here on the show, by the way. Josh Allen would be terrific. All right. His picks, I don't know that I think Arizona's getting back to the playoffs. I think Arizona struggles in that division this year, especially without DeAndre Hopkins the first 6 games. I don't know that well, can I ask you guys this? I mean, we don't have to do them now. Does anybody have the Cowboys in the playoffs? Do you have the Cowboys in the playoffs?
Gonna have to stick around and find out, Jeff.
Oh,
dun
damn.
dun dun. I
Damn.
Jester.
All right, then I'm not going to tell you what I have either. If you're not going to show me yours, I'm not going to show you mine.
Maybe we should do it earlier though, so people can respond. No.
What do you want to do it?
9.
You
Don't
got a
you think
guest at
so
9.
people can respond?
So we're gonna tell Jordan Porter he can't come on our show.
No, not Jordan Porter.
And we got a guest at 8. We got a guest at 8:30, and now it's almost a quarter
9:15?
to.
Probably should be doing it right now.
Yeah, we should have been doing it right now.
No.
But we can do it in the next break. I just don't know that there's enough time. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. We invite you in. Who you got? Who's your Super Bowl teams as we get started today? Rams and Bills at the site of last year's Super Bowl, SoFi Stadium, where they'll raise the banner into the historic rafters of SoFi Stadium. With all the other Los Angeles sports banner lore goes up tonight. Who's protecting all that? I wonder if IPS will be there to protect the banners, protect the rings. They protect my home, and they protect businesses all around this community. and I suggest you give them a call and see what they can do for you and your family and protect you as well. International Protective Service is private security. They watch businesses, homes with highly trained armed guards or 24-hour patrols and have been doing so since 2006. As you know, property crime's on the rise. You know there is an officer shortage. So what do you do to protect you and your family and what you've worked so hard to build? You call IPS and let Aaron Jones and his team take care of you. Come by every day. You go on the road, you travel, they will make sure that your home is secure. The alarm goes off, they're there within 5 to 7 minutes with a trained, armed security officer. If there's something like, I don't know, your garage door is left open in the middle of the night like ours was, they're there until somebody comes down and takes care of it. They're looking out for you when the bad guys are looking out to take advantage of you. Committed to our city and to your protection. Call IPS at 505-897-2420. 505-897-2420 or online at ipsglobal.com.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Industries is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits.
Game day for you. NFL season starts. You can get into that. 505-246-0610. Watt for the Steelers is hurt. JJ is done, says this line, the text line. I don't know which Watt. He just said Watt was going to be player. I'm thinking he's thinking TJ for the Steelers, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so that's there for you. Big 12 is looking at the West, JJ. Their commissioner made it very clear, this is college football now, that the Big 12 wants to expand, that I don't think this is done. The Big 12, Pac-12 thing, expansion, non-expansion, gobbling up other schools. I think the Big 10 is still looking at some respect at Oregon and what's going to happen. Brett Yormark is the commissioner of the Big 12. And he was speaking at Cincinnati. They're a team that's being added to that league. And he told reporters in Cincinnati that the league would be interested in adding members from the Pacific time zone. He said the Big 12 is open for business before. And yesterday he said, obviously, going out west is where I'd like to go, entering that fourth time zone. Now, what would that mean? That would give them that late night window that they would own on the networks, whatever network they end up being with, probably going to be ESPN, ABC. It would give them West Coast markets. It would give them presence in all four time zones. It would be a big deal for them. They'd be coast to coast. He said that, quote, a program that has national recognition, one that competes at the highest level in basketball and football, stands for the right thing, is a good cultural fit, end quote. So what does that mean? Who's he looking at? And the obvious ones, JJ, are Arizona State. Now, Utah, Colorado aren't in the Pacific time zone. Does that mean Stanford, Cal? I got to believe he's also looking at Oregon and Washington, right? I mean, why would he not be? If the Big 12 is looking to expand and the Big 10 is taking their time, I mean, wouldn't your first shot be, well, let's go get the big dogs? Let's go talk first to Oregon and Washington?
They'll go after whoever ESPN tells them to. Okay. And that is what's going on right now. In the Pac-12, they were trying to accelerate their media deals, talking with ESPN and Fox, try and get ahead of this. The Big 12 will attack whatever team ESPN says, that's who we want in your conference.
So what if the the Pac-12 goes on the offensive? I mean, do they have anything? Their commissioner, George Kliavkov, was asked about Yormark's remarks, and he said that he's not sure yet if his league is going shopping there yet or not. We haven't decided if we're going shopping there yet or not. Klikov said, I've been spending 4 weeks trying to defend against grenades that have been lobbed in from every corner of the Big 12, trying to destabilize our remaining conference, is what he said. Well, instead of playing defense, maybe he would want to go on the offense. If the Pac-12 is, in fact, where they land, and maybe this is happening. Look, if it's happening behind the scenes and nobody's talking about it, then he's really, really good. But instead of the Big 12 saying, yeah, we're going to go get theirs, we want what they, we want them and them and them, why wouldn't the Pac-12 be saying, hey, we want Baylor and Texas Tech and Oklahoma State and Houston or whatever?
They can say it all they want. It comes down to what ESPN and Fox are telling them is the price tag.
That's right.
For those teams.
Well,
and you're not leaving a conference right now for the unknown. And the Pac-12 and Big 12 are both unknowns.
I agree with that. Both of those leagues, to your point, both of those leagues are in discussions currently about their rights agreements with both ESPN and Fox. Both of those, they expire in 2024 and 2025. The Big 12 is in an exclusive negotiating window with both of them. Actually, they're not in it yet. It starts in February. And Yormark, who is the Big 12 commissioner, said that he's had great meetings with ESPN. And he's going with Fox. And he wants to begin the negotiations. Well, how do you negotiate if you don't know what you're going to look like? I mean, this is the whole what came first, the chicken or the egg thing. And if you're going to tell me the Big 12 is on the offensive and they're aggressive, I would tell you the Pac-12 should be as well. You disagree with that?
It doesn't matter because they're waiting on the evaluation.
What the numbers are.
Say,
right.
if you get these schools, we'll give you this. The way you look now, we'll give you this. And then those numbers go to the ADs, and then they talk to your university presidents, and they say, hey, this is the kind of paycheck we're looking at if we make this move.
But they can get all the numbers they want. The schools have to decide whether or not they're going to make those moves.
Which comes down to how much money you're going to get.
But one isn't going to go on their own, right? You think Arizona goes one way, Arizona State goes the other?
No, that's why both, they can be as aggressive all they want. It's who gets the higher evaluation.
Right.
And then that will decide if these schools, they're not going to go just to go and be like, look, we're being aggressive. We're the first one. They're going to go knowing, hey, if we make this move along with school A, B, C, D, and D, that they're giving us this amount of money.
So the Big 12 saying, well, here's our evaluation with Oregon and Washington and Arizona State. We're going to get all this. You guys need to come with us. The Pac-12 saying, well, here's us with you, and if we get Oklahoma State and Baylor and Houston and Texas Tech, well, then they should come with us. And so we're all talking just...
And who flinches?
Paper numbers here. All paper numbers, and who's going to get together in the back room, and who's going to get together on the back channels, and whose phones are going to be ringing and say, which way you guys want to go? You want to go under the Pac-12 banner, the Big 12 banner, which way you want to go? Yeah. And then who's going to be left out? And then there's that Oregon State, Washington State component. I mean, there's a potential.
Because it sounds
Kansas
you have
State get left out.
Two conferences that are solid. That it feels like if they merge their best teams, they can become a mega conference. But then, who controls that power structure?
And that's a big deal. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, who's going to run it? I was under the real belief, I don't know, probably about 2 months ago, that both these leagues don't survive. I'm not sure I'm there now. I really don't know that I think they're both going to survive in some form. Does this come down to, you think the Pac-12 expands? And the San Diego State people are freaking out, right? They think they should be in by now. Why hasn't it happened? It will happen. I'm not certain that it's a guarantee.
Because they're not as valuable on the national stage as
they think they are?
They believe they are.
Yeah.
And that was, to me, too, you want to keep pumping yourself up.
Sure.
You want to keep putting yourself in that conversation. But, when the first story after week one is, oh, this should be a conference game soon about, San Diego State and Arizona. And you're just like, where's the value? It's not there. I would say that for everyone. I'd say the same thing for Boise State in this conversation.
That the Boise State Oregon State game being a conference game, it should have been, but it's not. Where's the value in it?
To get to the numbers that everyone else would be like, yes, we need them in our conference.
Well, so is the value any more or less? I would argue with you that San Diego State, Arizona, and or Boise State, Oregon State is more valuable than Oregon State versus Arizona. They're relatively regional, which I know the world's going against. But as conference games, I would tell you both those games stand alone probably have more interest in Oregon State, Arizona, don't they, on a national level? Or at least on an overall level? San Diego State, Arizona, Boise State versus Oregon State. Are they at least as compelling, if not more, than Oregon State versus Arizona?
And could they be conference games in the future under a banner we're not even talking about?
Yeah. All right, Mike Bradbury next. We could talk about Lobel women's basketball schedule, the team, the summer. Pretty exciting schedule that they've got in front of them. It's the opening drive at 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
The Jim Rome.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends.
Sports show in New Mexico for 5 years running. This is the opening drive with three-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Symbieta, and JJ Buck.
Global Women's Basketball schedule is now out, and it is impressive. Home games against Arizona State and Arizona. And I mean, you just look at they're going to Florida, Mississippi State's on there. The two against New Mexico State. It is it's a schedule. Houston's coming in as well. And then, of course, the Mountain West Slate. Good morning to you. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Could be a really, really fun year for Lobel women's basketball when you look at the roster and who's coming back, the newcomers, and what Mike Bradbury's been able to do with that program. This should be an exciting season, and it's about time to catch up with the head coach of Lobel women's basketball, Mike Bradbury. We welcome him back to the show. Good morning, Mike. How you living?
Doing good, thanks. How are you doing?
Excellent. Appreciate you spending some time with us. The schedule, it took a minute, huh, to finalize it and put it together. That puzzle's never easy. You satisfied? You happy with it?
Yeah, it's going to be challenging. It'll be good. Conference schedule is going to really be tough, but really excited about the non-conference schedule.
Talk about that specifically, because you're getting people into the pit that your fan base should really want to see when you look at Houston and Arizona State and Arizona and New Mexico State. There's games to circle and put on the calendar now and make plans, aren't there?
Yeah, absolutely. And we get started pretty tough right out of the chute. We got Houston in the second game, our first home game, and then Arizona State in the fourth game. So, yeah, it's going to be tough and be challenging, but I think our team will be up for it.
Mike, how do you get it done? I don't know if people who don't follow the women's game that closely realize Arizona, who's coming to the pit, was playing in the national championship game just a few years ago, and you got them to come to your place. How did that go? Because I'm going to assume that took a little bit of work.
Yeah, it did. Fortunately, I'm friends with their coach, and we're fortunate because we get such a good crowd that some of these Power 5 teams actually want to come in here and play a non-conference game to get them used to what they're going to see in their league. So we have a little bit of an advantage just because of our crowd. But we went over to Arizona last year, played a really competitive game over there, had a chance all the way down to about 4 or 5 minutes to go, and this year they're coming back.
Now, Mike, can you look at the MTE opportunities, the tournaments that you get to play in? What do you feel about the field that, December, going to Tampa, Florida, facing off Old Dominion and Mississippi State?
Yeah, two good teams. Again, two probably top 50 teams. I think it'll be good for, our resume and things like that, especially if we can win, hopefully go 500 against all of these high-level teams. I mean, we've probably got 6 top 50 games on the schedule, and if you could win half of those, or maybe you can go 4-2, I think it gives you a real chance to get an at-large bid. But the one down in Florida really came together, and looking forward to that opportunity.
And Mike, with the roster this season, I know people are so excited about the true freshmen that are on campus, a lot of the local kids, but you did a great job as well in the transfer portal. Amaya Brown coming back. Nia Johnson is a player that's had success in the Mountain West Conference previously at UNLV. How do you feel about the upperclassmen additions to the roster?
Yeah, they're really talented, and they're battle-tested. And kind of the way things have been the last couple of years, and probably for the next couple of years, you've got to have some old players because everybody's just taking transfers, and it's harder for freshmen to get in here and play. So if your team's not old, it's going to be hard to be competitive. And fortunate for us, we'll have a bunch of 22, 23-year-olds out there playing.
Mike Bradbury's Lobo women's basketball coach with us on the opening drive this morning. There's a lot of names that people are excited about. And Amaya Brown coming home after going to Florida State and coming back. What has she meant in the offseason? And as you've been able to work them out and go through some team activities, what's she done in your locker room and with this group? Because for everything I'm hearing, she's making an impact.
Yeah, she is. She's got a great attitude, a great work ethic, and she's a high-character, high-quality person. And she's easy to be around. She's fun to be around. Our kids kind of gravitate to her. And, of course, she's talented. But I think some of those other things are going to mean more to our team than just her ability.
And then having the Duffs back and having Shy Magruder come back, I don't know if that was your best recruiting job, but it was a pretty good one, huh? I mean, when you keep the core of a good team there and able to add everything around, you've got something that you talk about experience, you talk about the older team. That's got to be the core of it, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, you've rattled off the ones that'll be out there at the beginning. It's exciting. To get Shy back, that was a big one because that was a little bit of a struggle. And then, the twins coming back, it's 3 all-conference players, so obviously it's important. Then we added some older pieces to the puzzle through the transfer portal.
Yeah. And then Hannah Robbins, with her lineage here, with her dad being such a great player for the Lobos. I watched her through her high school and her AAU career. how's she fit in, and is she somebody that you're going to be able, when you talk about younger players, is she going to be able to crack the rotation early?
Yeah, we'll see. It's a long way before we have to make those decisions. But Hannah's been doing great. Again, works extremely hard, good attitude, and she can play. So, it's going to be very competitive for those spots in the rotation. But I do think she'll be in the mix somewhere.
Now, Mike, and you look at the players that you brought in this previous recruiting class, the younger ones, it does feel like there's a little bit more athleticism, some more length on the perimeter. Is that true with these freshmen, and kind of how does that help them earlier in their collegiate career as they learn the game?
Yeah, we are a little bit bigger. We consciously tried to add some length. Hopefully it helps us. It helps us defensively. That's kind of where we were going with all of that. I don't know, JJ, as far as, how that gets them in there quicker or not. I'm not sure. I think it just depends on, how deep we can go and how confident they are early in the season.
Mike, you said something earlier that it really is interesting to me about scheduling, because it kind of is so contrary to what the men's coaches I've been here 25, 26 years, have said about people want to come to the Pit. Men's coaches say it's a tough schedule because nobody wants to come. There's no advantage, right? If they could lose the game, it doesn't help them. And you're saying on the women's side, maybe it's an advantage because it gets them ready for conference games. Can you go a little bit more into the scheduling piece? Because it's kind of fascinating to me, that dynamic that the Pit can be an advantage for you as far as scheduling.
Yeah, I think generally speaking, most men's teams draw, okay, and we're always in the top 10 or 15 in the country in attendance.
Yeah.
So if you're playing, like we would lead the Pac-12 in attendance.
Right.
In women's basketball. Okay, so Arizona's going to play in front of 4,000 or 5,000, maybe when they go to Stanford, maybe when they play Arizona State, maybe. Okay, well, this will get them used to that. All the rest of their games, they're going to be playing in front of nobody, except their home games. So, and I think that's with that. We've had Auburn in here, we've had Marquette in here, Illinois in here. And that's just since I've been here, and that's what they've all told me. Now, there's a lot of people that won't play. We tried to schedule a team that's used to be in the Mountain West and a home and home, and they said they will never come here. So, it's not for everybody, but some people, it is an advantage.
No, I think that's great, and that's a testament to your fan base and what you've been able to build over the years. Just a few more minutes. Mike Bradbury, the women's basketball coach at UNM, is with us.
Well, Mike, also in the offseason, you made some changes to your staff. Keith Freeman, a veteran, experienced coach that comes in as associate head coach. Valerie King moves up a little bit. Nike McClure gets an assistant coach position. How do you feel about the coaching staff, their development, and how they're going to be this year?
Yeah, I think I like the staff, obviously. I think it'll be good for us. We've kind of moved some pieces around and changed some roles. Hopefully that'll help us as well. And hopefully, as a group, we can make our team a little bit better defensively.
Mike, appreciate you catching up with us, and let's do this a little bit more often, and certainly as we get closer to the season and then in it. But it's coming, and it's coming quickly. You've got the ladies on campus, and get to start working them out and get this thing going here, dare I say, next month, as you start out on the 29th of next month with an exhibition game against West Texas A&M. So it's coming quick. But good to catch up with you, and congratulations on the success in the recruiting trail, the scheduling trail, and let's hope it rolls over into some wins in the regular season.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Anytime.
All right, be well. Mike Bradbury, the head basketball coach of Lobo Women's Basketball. You got a schedule now, man. I mean, like you got. I think you're JJ, of course, is the voice of Lobo Women's Basketball. You got an exciting team to watch. You got a hell of a schedule. The scheduling piece is fascinating to me because we've heard over the years how the Pit it's hard to schedule. Nobody wants to come in, and he's using it to his advantage. I think that's great.
Yeah, and a team like Arizona,
yeah,
the level that they're at, they're not worried about this competition, that environment. It's something they want. It was a home and home with Arizona, so that's how they got them on the schedule. And the return games just line up perfectly for Lobo basketball fans this season. Houston, Arizona, finally being able to schedule that Arizona State game, all coming to the Pit. And it's a team that, they're still the COVID years. That's what you get with the Duff sisters and McGruder. And so they really took advantage of it last year with Jaden De La Cerda and Tony Anderson. And you saw how important that was for that squad. It's the same thing this year. And then you mix it with immediate impact transfers. There's no reason to think this team shouldn't be on the same trajectory like they were last year.
Yeah. All right, respond to it when we come back. Coming up at 8:30, Jerry Palm's going to be with us of CBS Sports. We'll talk college football. 9 o'clock, global wide receiver Jordan Porter is scheduled to be with us as well. 505-246-0610 is where you can get in. Hey, computer systems. They're great. I mean, technology is great until it's not, right? Make sure it's great. Your computer systems are vital to the success of your business, and if they don't work well, everything grinds to a halt. Take care of that and call ABQ IT, because there's a lot that can go wrong. Network servers, remote access, hackers. You got to think about all of that, and you're not a computer technician. ABQ IT is the name you need to know. You want to know 3 things, don't you? You want to know your computer system is going to work, that it's secure, and what's it going to cost. ABQ IT created a business model with you in mind. They'll monitor your computers and monitor your network. They'll keep everything operating smoothly and provide state-of-the-art cybersecurity to protect your entire operation. Look, you remember all these attacks. APS, Bernalillo County, paralyzed their system, shut them down for days, cancel productivity, and cost them a lot of money. Don't let it happen to you, and don't be naive to think, well, it's not going to happen to me. That's what everybody thinks until it does. ABQ IT will handle all this at one predictable cost. No more different providers for your internet, your cybersecurity, and then when you need to get new computers, one company, one affordable cost. Get a free assessment. See what ABQ IT can do for your business. Visit abq-it.com. abq-it.com. No more worrying about your computer systems when you do business with ABQ IT.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, backed by by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot. It's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Man, the whole thing with the pit, and I mean, you got good games this year. You're going to see good basketball.
It is exciting, not just for Lobo women's basketball fans, but if you're a basketball fan, I get December 4th. It's a Sunday. Arizona comes to town. They're a powerhouse program, legitimate team.
Yep.
That's one you say if you want to give them an opportunity to pack the pit. It's the same conversation people are having this week with Lobo football.
That's right. A legit, national style contender.
Opportunity at home. Show up, show out, and get that building buzzing, because it can be better. And that's one of those games that, all right, double it. Get 8,000 in there.
Be a
Let's
big
go.
night. Yeah, be a big night. All right, emails. Gus says, here's what Gus isn't doing. No footy for me, Jeff. You know where I'll be tomorrow night. OKC clinging to a one-game lead, now facing a two-prong attack from Round Rock and the Chihuahuas. If it was only one team making the playoffs, that adds drama that wouldn't be there if 1 to 2 teams made the tournament. If you don't think this is exciting, you don't call yourself, or you shouldn't call yourself a sports fan. So Gus will be at baseball. You get Isotopes and Lobos tomorrow night. You got a choice. Hondo says, does Lobo football equal United? Jeff, where's RG? He said, I think Lobo football and United have a similar number of diehard fans. The difference is United's marketing department punches higher. They're everywhere, making folks think United have a bigger footprint than they really do. They get folks to buy into the idea it's not a game but an event. Whereas Lobo Athletics has a bunch of, I'm reading this because I don't believe this, overpaid deep state administrators hiding in an office somewhere. They get paid the same if there are 50 or 50,000 people at the games. When are they ever out in the community? How many people even know there's a game tomorrow? It's from Hondo. I don't know how much more out in the community that you can be than what Danny Gonzalez is. He had his football team at the ball game 2 nights ago. He's been everywhere. I think Hondo used this a lot. Overpaid deep state administrators, because if someone's getting paid a salary in the state, then damn it, I hate when people make a living. I will tell you this, and he said in some ways what I've said. I think United's marketing department is terrific. What they've done, I mean, I 100% agree that they
have a bigger social media following than anything,
and they've got
and it's been in 3 years.
Yeah, it's terrific. And
but there is an investment.
Yeah.
Like I know people
Yeah.
that go to United games that live and die by that scoreboard, not just because there's a cool picture on social media. Exactly. So the fan base is the base is just as invested as Lobo football.
Yeah, and you and I run in different circles. So I don't think. Well, I know people who do. I don't know that they do.
And that's the thing.
Care about United at all.
That's the thing. And when I'm at Little Kickers on Saturday morning, there's a ton of people there that we're talking about. They're talking about the United game while I'm talking about a football game.
Right.
It's not that crossover. It's because what it goes back to, Jeff, this city is bigger than anyone ever wants to admit.
Well, and then we can handle more than one thing. I think United's done a great job, and like he said in this, they've done a great job making people think they're bigger than they are, which is great. Perception is reality. People think, wow, everybody loves United, and maybe they don't. They've got a nice, solid base that really do care. But they've done a great job marketing. I give them 100% kudos because I think their base is good. It's like, Scorpions had a great base, but they didn't market it as well as these guys do. Hey, Manny, what's happening?
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Hey, heck of a show this morning, guys.
Thank you.
Good interview with Coach Bradbury. I'm hoping those girls can play some good ball this year. Good schedule, tough schedule, some young girls coming in. And obviously we got some old girls coming back, so it'd be good to see. Go support your local football team tomorrow, guys. Everybody, get out there. It's going to be fun. I hear there's food trucks going to be out there and everything. So I know I'm going to be there, so hopefully we'll get a good crowd. And, hey, hopefully we'll be competitive.
See you out there, Manny. Appreciate the call, and have fun out there. All right, be well. And I think, look, Lobo football is always going to be there. Would you agree? Lobo football's got a bigger base than United, as they should after 100 years here, as opposed to 3.
They should.
Yeah.
But it also comes down to, at this point, you just got to go do it.
Mm-hmm.
Danny's doing all he can as a head coach.
That's right.
To say, bring a friend, come out to the game, as they should be. But there's so many people on the fence that you're going to have to win before you get a mega crowd.
Unless I wonder if they brought in, let's just say they could bring in, let's just say Texas Tech was playing here. Would the crowd be big?
It depends on the tickets. Because remember when Texas A&M was a premium game?
Yeah, I do.
And people was like,
nope. 100%. It's the same night that, I want to say Johnny fought down at Isleta, same night. Or maybe it was Danny. But yeah, I do. Hey, Amory, Dan's calling you a typical Lobo fan. It says,
Me?
Ana Maria, typical Lobo fan. Jeffrey E. Juan Jose.
Oh, boy, here we go.
She talks big in July about going to the games. But when the bleep hits the bricks, here come the excuses. I have birthday weekend. I have to work. My best friend's cousin is having a wedding, etc. There's always going to be reasons not to go to the game. Damn, what'd you do to Dan?
I don't know.
She's got a
life, man.
Life happens, man.
I also have a comedy career that I try to keep up with.
Yeah. Life.
I gotta pay bills.
Life happens.
I support the Lobos, and I don't give up on them.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise,
Yeah,
Dan.
yeah.
Is this the misconnection we had on the phone yesterday?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
But I'm telling you, the game that Amory goes to, it's going to be one of the biggest games
because she'll be there
of the last decade.
Yeah, because she'll be there.
Yeah.
Todd says, new career for Chris Jans, the former Aggie coach. No wonder he doesn't come on the OD anymore. Watching daytime oldies TV, there's a leaf filter commercial with a guy that's a dead ringer for the former New Mexico State coach. Got to find that. You know what? I've been meaning to reach out to Jans, too. Loving these Friday night games, Jeffy, says Lars. You can watch Lobo football without killing the day on Saturday. You can tackle the long to-do list or watch more intriguing games on TV. All right, see, there's the advantage.
By the way...
Hold on. No, that's a guy. Actually, I think that was like a positive...
There we go. By the way, we found a Boise State bar, even though there was no Lobo bar, so don't come at me, Lobo fan. We found a place to watch the game on Friday night.
In New York?
Yeah, because it's hard to find. Isn't that great?
I think
Is
that's
that
awesome.
so random?
So you're gonna wear your woof woof woof
Yes,
shirt when
I
you go
am.
in?
Hell
You'd
yeah,
be like,
I am.
and what?
Yeah.
And it's my birthday.
Boise State.
So
I'm be like, what's up? I'm gonna be red head to toe.
I remember back in the day when
Isn't
the
that random?
Aztecs made their first Holiday Bowl, and my boys and I had a trip already planned. I didn't go. We didn't go to the Holiday Bowl. They won the WAC that year. It was in the old WAC. We were out of town, and we were in New York City. And we went to you remember stuff like this? The
Yeah.
Molly Wee Pub
Yeah.
in New York City to watch San Diego State, Iowa. And we're like, hey, can you put on the Holiday Bowl, San Diego? And they're like, what the hell are you talking about? Dude, we're going to sit here and drink your freaking beers for the next 3 hours. We put the damn game on one television, right? And we sat in the Molly, and we had to run to catch the last train out of there, too. You know that feeling, too?
The worst.
Because it's a West Coast game, and it was late, and the train, we got to sprint to catch the last train.
Because I was in New York for 14 years. Whenever the Lobos were on TV, it was so hard to get people to put them on, though. But I did the research, and I found a place, and I'm doing it.
Yeah, you're going to sit there and drink their beers. And look, I'm going to be here for 3.5 freaking hours, for crying out loud. Jerry Palm's next. We'll talk football with Jerry from CBSSports.com. It's the opening drive on a Thursday morning on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. In September,
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
On you, Porque, tomorrow night, CBS Sportsnet. It's Lobo football and Boise State. The last line I saw was 16. Boise State favored by 16, coming to play New Mexico tomorrow night. Aggies will be on the road, 40 miles over to El Paso to resume their rivalry with the Miners on Saturday. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck. Week 1 was, power-packed with amazing endings from, none better probably than Florida State and LSU, although App State and UNC was really, really, really good. Intriguing storylines. Jerry Palm from CBSSports.com joins us this morning. You okay? You recovered from that Purdue-Penn State game?
Well, I mean, it was the expected result, right?
You know, I could not think of you,
Well, we
man.
talked about that. Penn
Yes.
State beats Purdue. I mean, death taxes, Penn State beats Purdue. That's how life goes around here. So.
Jerry, I'm not going to lie. The fourth quarter, I'm thinking, all right, don't get excited because Jerry told me this is how it's going to go, but your team looked like they were in a spot to pull off a big win, and then they did what they do against Penn State.
Yep, basically, and that's just how it is. Purdue finds a way to lose that game, and I don't know. I don't worry too much about it. So there wasn't really any getting over it. They went for the win. They did what they do. They get the ball back with about 6.5 to go and a 3-point lead, and they're just they're going for it. They're going for a score. So they weren't trying to run clock because it's not really something we do well anyway.
Right.
But they had a 9-play possession where the only time the clock was still running after the play was after a first down. And then, of course, they stopped to move the chains, and then the clock ran. So it was like a minute and a half for a 9-play possession. But that's, they were trying to score. So I don't really blame them for that.
All right, better game, Florida State LSU or App State Carolina? Because the App State Carolina game was an insanely good watch.
Yeah, I would say App State and Carolina. It's like watching basketball. Like if they played basketball against each other, well, Carolina would probably score more than 63.
Yeah, against App State.
Yes. But that's a basketball score kind of game, and that was just nuts. Well, 40 points. App State scored 40 points in the fourth quarter alone.
Lost.
I mean, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's
but the Florida State LSU game was also entertaining, but not like that. That was more entertaining at the end.
Yeah.
The North Carolina App State game was entertaining all the way along.
Yeah, I think that's fair. All right, most impactful, biggest statement was it what happened with Florida?
Georgia.
Yeah, I think Georgia. That's what was my two questions: was Georgia beating the tar out of Oregon, or Florida beating Utah?
No, Georgia, no question. That's what what that says is try and come get our trophy. It ain't going to be easy. So yeah, that was a really, really impressive win. Florida beating Utah, that's a good team at home. That was a 3-point line. So that's a nice win for Florida for sure. For Billy Napier in his first game as Florida coach, it really does some damage to the Pac-12 in terms of trying to get into the playoffs because a one-loss Pac-12 team is going to fall behind not just other obviously undefeated teams, but most of the other one-loss teams as well. So it's an uphill climb, although USC looked really impressive, albeit against Rice. But, yeah, and, Florida, it didn't show that they were ready to compete with Georgia, but part of that is Georgia showed that maybe nobody's ready to compete with Georgia.
Might be right. Jerry Palm, CBSSports.com, is with us on the opening drive this morning.
Jerry, what do you think of Florida hosting Kentucky this weekend?
Yeah, it's Kentucky getting some of these players back. You guys know. I haven't had a chance to look into that yet. Kentucky played Miami of Ohio with some key guys who were suspended for off-field stuff. So if they're shorthanded against Florida, then I definitely don't like Florida. I mean, I definitely don't like Kentucky, but I might like Florida anyway. If they don't get too high off the win, if they come, ready to play, it's kind of nice to have a conference, division game, right after something like that, because you have to focus right away. You're not, you can't afford to take a practice week off just because you got a big win.
It's an 8:15 Mountain Time kickoff. Baylor at BYU. What do you expect for that one?
I really like BYU this year. I think Baylor's better, but that's a tough environment to play. So I think I saw BYU is actually favored in that game. I think BYU is going to win, but it's going to be a tight game. One of those that could go either way, and I don't think we're going to see BYU put up 50 points like they did last week. It's going to be a game that's probably in the 20s.
BYU is a 3-point favorite going in as of now. Can Texas play? Steve Sarkisian said our season won't be defined by the Alabama game, which is him doing preemptive striking here. Can they stay in the building with him?
Well, what is it, a 3-touchdown line?
It's 20, yeah.
I think Bama will cover that. Yeah. So I don't expect it to be one of those things that goes into the fourth quarter. Alabama should cover that line. Texas isn't ready to play a game like this. But it's got to be the biggest game they've played in who knows how long. When was the last time they played number one?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah,
we're in a familiar spot, aren't we? I mean, there's pick your order. For me, it's Georgia, Ohio State, Alabama. But okay, it's those three, and then who's the fourth team? Is it A&M? Is it Clemson? Is it Notre Dame? Is it Michigan? But we're really in.
I have Oklahoma.
Okay, yeah.
That's my preseason pick for number 4.
Yeah,
haven't seen anything to change my mind yet. I wouldn't go Clemson. I'm not sure I'd go A&M. I'm not sure. I'm not sure who else would be 4 at this point. Notre Dame looked good against Ohio State.
Michigan.
That was an interesting game because Smith Najigba goes out early in the first quarter, and all of a sudden Notre Dame dares Ohio State to throw deep, and they couldn't really throw deep. And then they get about one possession, or maybe their second possession of the third quarter, is that we're just going to run the ball down their throats, and they did. And so the thing that was impressive about that is that Ohio State showed that they could win a different way, and they could do it on the fly. So that was probably the second most impressive win for me this week, was Ohio State changing their game plan midway through the third quarter and pulling out a win, doing something that, people, we know they can run the ball, but it's not usually the primary. They usually pass to set up the run and not the other way around. And they had to go to the other way around, and the other way around worked just as well.
Which is really, really big for them. A few more minutes. Jerry Palm from CBSSports.com is with us.
Well, Jerry, in the battle to be relevant, Tennessee at Pittsburgh, if you're just looking for an intriguing game, is that one you like on Saturday?
I do. I hope I get to see it, or at least part of it. The Volunteers have got a lot of their offense back from last year. A lot of important pieces from there, not all of it, because Velus Jones is in the NFL finally at the age of 32, a rookie for the Bears. But that's a really strong offensive team. And Pitt had their hands full with West Virginia last week, which is, that's a rivalry game, so you kind of expect that. But I like Tennessee to win that game. That's a team that I think is ready to make some strides, not threaten Georgia make strides, but that's a team ready to make some strides, and they could end up being, like a 9-win team this year, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Hey, Jerry, I want to ask you a bigger picture question. Big 12 Commissioner Yornak yesterday said that they're looking to expand west. George Kliavkoff, the commissioner of the Pac-12, says, we haven't decided yet if we're going shopping there. Like we're going to pick apart their league.
He said that a few weeks ago, didn't he? That was a pretty funny line. I remember that.
It's a great line. Where does it? I mean, I understand it's all about the television negotiations and the money and the projections and the evaluations. But it feels like there's been a lull, and it almost feels to me like the quiet before the storm, that there is going to be – I'm 100% convinced, aren't you, that we haven't seen the end of the movement yet?
Yes, I don't think there's any question there's going to be some movement. At the very least, I know I would be shocked if the Pac-12 didn't go after San Diego State, just so that they can plant a flag in Southern California. But I think the biggest threat to the Pac-12 is not the Big 12, it's the Big 10. Because the Big 10 now has two Western schools that are kind of isolated. And they could go get Stanford and Cal, and they'd come in a heartbeat. And they could go get Oregon and Washington, and Oregon is already kind of hoping that happens at the very least. And now the Big 10 has a Western division and 20 teams. And that to me is the biggest threat to the Pac-12.
So is that what everything's predicated on, is just waiting on those two? Because then who eats who? The Pac-12 eat the Big 12, or the Big 12 eat the Pac-12? Like who eats who here, or is everything just waiting on the Big 10 deciding when they want to go get Oregon, Washington, Stanford, Cal?
Yeah, or if, I suppose. I mean, it's still an if. But, yeah, that's to me I don't know if the Pac-12 and the Big 12 can prevent that. Nobody, I don't think anybody can prevent that. There isn't any sort of preemptive moves that they can make to prevent that. But the Pac-12 could go get San Diego State tomorrow if they want.
Right.
Other than that, everything else is kind of on hold, I think.
But what does that do for them? If they're just going to get San Diego State, like the Big 12 could get San Diego State too, if they want. If they want to go plant a flag in Southern California, they could. Honestly, don't you think the first one that comes off for San Diego State, they're going to go?
No, because I think the Pac-12 is much more attractive to San Diego State than the Big 12.
As currently constructed.
That's certainly better than nothing.
Yeah, currently constructed, but who knows what it's going to look like in a year, when the dust settles.
Yeah, I don't know. And the Cal president, or the San Diego State president, apparently is a 3-time Cal graduate. So
yeah, but see, that's so when we have the conversation, the UCLA Cal conversation in the UC system, so San Diego State's outside of that. They're in the California State system, so it's a different system. But yeah, she was a Cal grad, or is a Cal grad. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So it's all very intriguing, but I think really it's hard for much to happen until the Big Ten decides what they're going to do.
Yeah, I think that's right.
One way or another.
All right, at JP Palm CBS is the Twitter handle, at JP Palm CBS. He's a great follow. You should follow him. You should read him every day over on CBSSports.com, and make sure that you have appointment listening on Thursdays here at 8:30 Mountain Time on our show. Jerry, always appreciate the conversation. Enjoy the weekend.
All right, thanks.
All right, be well. Jerry Palm. He's right, though, right? Everything's predicated. Don't you think if the Big 12 calls San Diego State and they want to go into Southern California? San Diego State's going to take, I do believe, and I don't. Do they have a preference? Would they rather be in the Pac-12? I don't know. I mean, who knows what the Pac-12 is going to look like? What's more stable if you're them?
No one has a preference. It is who's going to give me the biggest check.
That's right. That's your preference. And what does it look like? And who's going to survive? 505-246-0610. Jordan Porter, the Lobo receiver, is going to be with us coming up at 9 o'clock this morning. And then we'll do A. Marie's picks, so who's going to the playoffs. It's the opening drive on K. Marie on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream Style Stucco.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school.
I love Evan Jerion, by the way. Love it. All right, Bourne's replying to A. Marie. You're welcome in, 505-246-0610, and emails Jeff or JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. Bourne says, Jeff, I find it unlikely she's going to drop $150 on inflated New York City cab fare to go to a Boise State bar at 9 o'clock local time with a million other things to do within stone's throw of her hotel. She'll be in her room hoping to find CBS Sports on the limited cable package.
Okay. Here's my response. I just want everyone to know I've spent the last, before I moved back a year ago, I spent the last 14 years, so it's like my second home. So I'll be with family, actually. And then Kyle and I found the Boise State bar is, like, not far from where we're staying.
$150 on cab fare.
Nah. They got those Ubers.
Yeah, that's right.
And the trains. That's so funny.
Girl knows her way around that
Have
city.
faith, man.
With all due respect, Bourne, you're a little out of your league on this
You
one.
think that
she is going to go.
My husband and I took the time last night
To
to do
find the bar?
research to find the bar
Yeah.
and call
Yeah.
if they will put the Lobos on.
Yeah.
That's how dedicated I am, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Go ahead. Oh, I thought you.
I was just have you some really interesting stuff on the text line.
Oh, I
Oh,
haven't been
boy,
there today.
here we
Need
go.
to get there.
All right, let me go there. You want here?
Got
You
like a
can
minute
hit
and
it.
a half.
Yeah, you can hit it.
Go for it.
Which ones you want? No, hit what you want.
Is there a lot?
Starting after.
Oh, God. Is it green chili again?
There's a good quote from me.
Yeah, I see
As
that.
a reminder.
Oh,
Go
here
ahead.
we go. Here we go.
So one says, when we were discussing San Diego State, I said they're not as valuable as they think they are.
Oh, boy.
In terms of monetary value to a conference right now.
Yep.
That person says that comment can be applied to Lobo Hoops.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, no one's arguing that Lobo Hoops needs to be in the Pac-12 right now.
Yep.
So cool story.
The San Diego State fans.
And the other one is I find it interesting because it's a texter that's gets in a lot.
Yeah.
That is like, despite what opinionated people say, then what are you listening to Sports Talk Radio for? He said Boise State and San Diego State to the Big 12, plus two other schools, if not the Pac-12, to add large value, the result of market and performance, a decision that's controlled by schools and our conferences rather than by ratings-driven networks or opinionated sports talk show hosts. It's like, do you not understand that none of this has to do with anything other than the money they are cashing from television deals?
I don't think any sports talk show host outside of a specific market is trying to influence which way or thinks that he or she
That conversation
has
is not controlled
Yeah.
by markets and performance. It's controlled by what number they're putting on that check they're sending to your conference, which then is dispersed amongst everyone.
It's interesting. Yeah, there is good. We'll get to the rest of the stuff on the text line too. Keep them coming. There's good stuff there. When we come back, we're talking Lobo football. Tomorrow they play Boise State. It's a red out if you haven't heard,
I'm going to live tweet at the Boise State bar.
just to show that you're there.
Yes.
A. Marie will be in New York City watching that in her red in a Boise State bar. Jordan Porter, Lobo receiver, next. Transfer from Arizona State. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream Style Stucco.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service.
Now, voted the best sports show in New Mexico for 5 years running. This is the opening drive with three-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Big night tomorrow out at University Stadium. National television bright lights will be on the Lobos and Boise State, the 1-0 New Mexico Lobos. And the 0-1 Boise State Broncos, good morning to you. Glad you're with us this morning. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. We'll get back to your phone calls coming up in a little bit. We look forward to this conversation. Jordan Porter was the Lobos' leading receiver on Saturday past against Maine as the Lobos won 41-0. 5 catches for 54 yards and a touchdown for the transfer from Arizona State. And I believe he, like the rest of his teammates, are chomping at the bit to see the Broncos coming to town. Jordan Porter joins us this morning on the opening drive. Good morning, Jordan. How you living?
Good morning. How you guys been doing?
We're good, man. Appreciate you spending some time with us. You excited? What's the feeling around there with Boise State coming in there? Friday night, national television, bright lights, coming off a big win. I got to believe you guys are feeling pretty good.
Oh, yeah. We're feeling really good. We can't wait. We had a great week of practice. It was a shorter week, but we had some good rest to get our bodies right. But we respect this opponent, and we can't wait to get out there Friday night.
Jordan, I've been asked, I can't tell you how many times, so how good are the Lobos? You know, nobody doesn't really – they played Maine, and they were a good team, but they're not what you're going to play this week. They're certainly not what you're going to play in 2 weeks. How good is your football team, and how are you guys feeling trying to keep everything in perspective?
I believe our football team is really good. These past since fall camp, actually since the spring, since I've been here, I've seen nothing but hard work, dedication, and just playing physical, playing fast. I think we're going to shock the world. A lot of people might not believe, but we know what we have, and we see it every day. So we're pretty confident.
What made you believe? What made you believe in New Mexico? Transfer from Arizona State, coming over to a program that hasn't had a lot of success, and I know the coaching staff is building something and they're telling you be part of something on the ground floor. But what made you believe in this program and this place when you decided to come over from Arizona State?
What makes me believe is just the hard work I see every day. We get challenged each and every day. There's some days, where, it's tough, but you got to come in with the right mindset. And when you do that for many days out of the month, each and every week, and you see you and your teammates going through it, you're pretty confident in each other. So that's why I believe, and that's why my other teammates believe.
Now, Jordan, you've really had to wait your time to have an opportunity like this. You look at Arizona State. You got some playing time, but you're behind some really good guys. How does it feel, though, to now finally have this season where you are out there every single play and you can be a leader for a football team?
Oh, it feels good. I think the part that really feels good is to be able to contribute and to help the team win. That's the biggest part. And I'm really a selfish guy, and at the end of the day, I just want to do what I can do on my part to help the team win.
Well, and during all that time when you're still putting in the work in the meeting rooms, in practice, in your time at Arizona State, you're around guys like Brandon Ayuk, Kyle Williams, Frank Darby, NFL receivers. What have you learned along the way?
From them, I learned a lot. Been with some good coaches. Even early was there with Danny Gonzalez and Coach Blackman. But from those guys, I learned a lot throughout the process. Learned how much hard work they put in, and just put that into my game, and took little pieces from each of those guys' games and put into mine. And from those times, that's what I've just been doing, just being patient, really.
Jordan Porter, Lobo receivers, with us on the opening drive. You just mentioned Danny Gonzalez, and you were at Arizona State when he was there before he came over to New Mexico. He was a defensive coach. You're a receiver. But did you have a relationship with him? What did you know about Danny before you got re-recruited to come to New Mexico?
From being with Danny at Arizona State, you already knew he was just about hard work and just was going to push you. So I knew coming into this, from what I saw at Arizona State, that it was going to be a lot of hard work to be put in. But that was really the biggest piece when he recruited me.
Yeah, how was the re-recruiting? And the transfer portal is really, as part of college football as helmets are these days. And so when you decided to go into the transfer portal and leave Arizona State, walk us through that process a little bit and how you ended up here.
Through that process, I just was just really being patient and just making sure I chose the right school. This process is not something you can really do again since it's late in eligibility, but I really was just taking my time and just really looking at coaches that I knew before and, the comfortability. And this staff right here, was a great staff I got to talk to, and obviously I knew them before I even came here. So that was a big piece for me, and so far it's been going really well.
And now you got a transfer quarterback from Kansas who's coming in, so you guys come in together and trying to establish a relationship. And I said on the broadcast, I did the play-by-play on the television, and maybe Miles has a favorite receiver early, and I know you'd like to be that guy. How's your relationship, your on-field and off-field relationship with Miles Kendrick, the quarterback?
On and off the field is very good. We talk, we laugh and joke. And then when we get on the field, we're all business, and we constantly talk to each other what things we could both do better and how to make this offense go smoothly for everyone. But the process with me and him, getting our timing down has been very fast, very quick, and I feel like the connection's just going to only grow from here.
Jordan, who is the fastest person in your family? Your mom ran track at Cal, then USC. Your dad was an elite hurdler at USC. Are you the fastest one now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because they're old.
Yeah. I'm for sure they're the fastest, but a lot of people don't know. My mom, I would say, is where I really got the G's from. Both, obviously, I got it from both, but when it comes to, quick 100, yards, anything between there, yeah, I get it from my mom for sure.
Do you remember how old you were when you were first able to beat them in a sprint, whether it was your mom or your dad?
My dad, that one probably took the longest, so it probably around 10. I think no, not 12. 12. I'll say 12.
All right. What would he say?
He probably say it's true.
Yeah.
He probably would say it's true.
Yeah, it's something. I got a question for you with the helmets and everything, right? Wearing the cherry helmets that were introduced the other day and all the new stuff. And Coach Gonzalez talked a little bit about how it helps in recruiting. How big of a deal is it? Like they're cool and everything, but when you saw the cherry helmets, and I think they look really cool, how big of a deal is the swag, the uniforms, the different stuff for a student athlete?
That's really important actually. Me personally, I think all of us as well, but always want to look good. When you look good, you play good. So I think that's a huge part of recruiting too. Obviously, you have a young, high school kids coming in, and they kind of want to see what they're going to be wearing. So I like these new cherry helmets. I think it's going to look good under the lights. But, yeah, it's a good way to, show people what we have.
It is a big deal then. I always wonder. I mean, when you put on what they give you and you wear it, but it is cool. All right, what do you know about Boise State? Here come the Broncos with all the swagger that Boise State has, with all the, I guess tradition's a fair word, over the last 2 decades, what they've become in this league. Coach Gonzalez has talked about the opportunity, Jordan, that's in front of you and your football team. What do you see in Boise State coming in here tomorrow night?
I see an opponent that's well known in other conferences too. They're well respected, and like Coach Gonzalez said, this is a great opportunity, and these opportunities don't come a lot, and this is a great opportunity to get on the board first with that first Mountain West Conference win. So we're excited. We can't wait. Well-respected opponents come in to Albuquerque, but, we can't wait to, go out there and give the fans a show.
Yeah. Lastly, where's that line between confidence and cockiness, right? You're confident coming off a 41-0 win over Maine, but you realize who you beat. So how do you walk that line where, all right, we feel good about ourselves, we do what we got to do, but let's not get too full of ourselves because really what have we done yet? How do you walk that fine line?
I think you walk that fine line by just going off based off, it's not really about the opponent. It's really about, within, the facilities and what's within our coaching staff and our team. That's what it's really about. And I think that's where the confidence comes from. When you go in each and every day and practice and you go out there, that's where you build your confidence. And that confidence should carry over no matter who we're playing. Yeah. And that's where you get the confidence from. And I think that's the fine line between not being cocky and just going out there and just know you're playing the way you played and put in the work.
That's good. Hey, Jordan, really enjoyed this. Appreciate you spending some time with us. Looking forward to catching up with you years and years from now when your child is faster than you at 12 years old, or maybe 13 years old and can beat you in a sprint. That'll be cool. But enjoyed the conversation. Hey, good luck tomorrow night against Boise State.
I appreciate you guys having me.
Now, thanks for the time. Jordan Porter, the transfer receiver from Arizona State over with the Lobos. 12 years old. Yeah, Dad's getting slower. Mom's getting slower. But that's how that works, right? I enjoyed that a lot. All right, we doing our picks when we come back? Is that what's going on here? And I've also got a bunch of correspondence that we got to get through on the text line, on the email line, or on the emails as well. So 505-246-0610. Aaron Jones owns and created and developed and started IPS, International Protective Service. I know you see their vehicles around town because they're everywhere. They protect homes and businesses with highly trained armed guards and 24-hour patrols. This city, like every city right now, feels like the crime's on the rise, and the officer shortage is making responses slower, and it's emboldening the bad guys. Get the good guys on your side. Call IPS and have them protect what's important to you. You've worked hard to build your home, your business, protect your family. Have IPS look after what's important to you. I have for years. It gives my family peace of mind. It gives my neighbors peace of mind. In fact, my neighbors just hired them as well a few months back. IPS and Aaron Jones are passionate about making Albuquerque a safer place to live and work. They watch your home, watch your business with highly trained armed guards, 24-hour patrols, committed to the city and your protection. Call IPS at 505-897-2420. That's 505-897-2420, or online at ipsglobal.com.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Industries is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 5...
Armchair. You can lay on the floor if you want. I mean, however, you can do it in your bed. Well, of course you can. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, A. and y'all. Adrian's producing on TV, ProView Network, so it looks great. You should check out the show there. It's always amazing how many people are checking that out and tell you like what you were wearing or the face you had when somebody said something. Like, really? Yeah.
Oh, we are on camera.
That's right. All right, go ahead. So here's you want to do these picks?
Yeah.
Our preseason picks.
Let's go.
All right, how you want to do this?
Are we going by division?
Fine. Where do you want to start? AFC?
Yeah, like East.
All right, so let's
Here,
just do this.
I'm just going to give you my AFC division winners.
Okay, there we go.
And my playoff teams.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. You said AFC? Okay.
I'll start in the AFC. Here are my 4 division winners.
Yes.
Oh, I'm really excited about this.
Yes.
Buffalo.
Yes.
Baltimore.
Yes.
LA Chargers.
Yes.
Indianapolis Colts.
Woo!
My 3 playoff
close.
teams.
Yep.
Kansas City. Miami. And Denver.
Woo! I like that we're not.
Yeah, we're going to be a little too similar in some respects. All right, what do you got?
For the AFC, I got the Buffalo Bills, the Cincinnati Bengals, the Indianapolis Colts, the Los Angeles Chargers. Wild card, got the Kansas City Chiefs, the Baltimore Ravens, and the Miami Dolphins.
All right, so you guys kind of have, wow, all right.
Except for like 3 teams.
Yeah. No, that's good. All right, I got the Bills.
No, we're not green. That's good.
Yeah, no, we're all on the Bills. I got the Ravens. We're all on the Colts. I'm going with the Chiefs.
I like it.
And then my playoff teams are going to be the Chargers, the Bengals, and the Raiders.
Ooh, 3. Yeah, I like it.
So you guys both have Miami.
Yep.
He has Denver. I have the Raiders.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep track of these.
All right.
NFC.
You want to go NFC?
NFC. Division winners.
Yeah.
LA Rams.
Ram it.
Green Bay Packers.
Do you know how to ram it? Yep.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yep.
I like this.
Philadelphia. Fly me, them Eagles.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Wild card.
Yeah.
Arizona will finish better because Nuke Hopkins was suspended early.
Okay.
The Minnesota, more hype than there ever has been for a Team Vikings.
Let's go.
And
Yep.
Jameis, most bizarre press conferences ever. Winston gets a Saints wild card.
Okay, I got the Rams too, Los Angeles Rams. I got the Minnesota Vikings. It's homer pick, but I'm going for it. The New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles for my division winners. I got for the wild card. I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Green Bay Packers, and the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, we're all really similar. All right, but although not exactly the same.
No, I like that though.
I got the Eagles. So we're all on the Eagles.
We're all on the AFC and NFC East.
We're all on the Eagles and Rams, right? We're all on the Eagles and Rams.
Mm-hmm.
So Packers are the same way. I'm going with the Chiefs. I'm listening to all the noise outside because they both lost a receiver, their best receiver, and somehow these teams are falling off the hill, and I'm just not buying it. So I'm going with the Packers. I got the Saints to win the South.
Me too.
Playoff teams: Vikings, Buccaneers. As much as it pains me, the 49ers.
Ooh, so we're very similar.
Yeah.
Besides the
You notice what is missing, Mr. Symbiote.
I do. The Dallas Football Cowboys.
The Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
From everybody's list, the Dallas Cowboys are missing. The New England Patriots are missing. The Pittsburgh Steelers are missing from everybody's list.
Last year's #1 team in the AFC.
Cincinnati Bengals.
No, the
Tennessee
Bengals.
Titans. Yeah, I have the Bengals too.
Oh, I don't have
and
the
the
Titans.
Titans. Yeah, and I struggled with the Titans. The Titans were my next team out in the AFC. You guys had Miami. I had the Titans. Titans were my next team out. I think I just really like what the Raiders have done. And you guys, look, the Chargers are so good. I mean, what they've assembled defensively, they've got this young stud quarterback. They've got great receivers. Like the Chargers should be all of that. And I can't see him not making the playoffs. They don't make the playoffs, man. The Staley should not even just not be a head coach. He shouldn't coach. Like if this team, aside from catastrophic injuries all over the place, that roster, would you argue that it's the best roster in football? Chargers.
Yes.
Chargers roster. There's
Absolutely.
Khalil Mack and everything they've done defensively. They should be that good.
You know what I hear?
But they're the damn Chargers.
From a lot of different radio programs on Snoop, they're the sexiest team.
Okay.
I was like, what?
They're paper tigers.
Well, first of all, they're San Diego's team in L.A. They're the Chargers. And I think they make the playoffs because I just think they're just too good to not make the playoffs. All right, so
I think it will be a battle for the NFC wildcard spot. And I think we're going to see Arizona, New Orleans, Dallas, and San Francisco 4 for 2.
So I'm going to tell you there's going to be a surprise team out of the East, too, that's going to battle for this spot, and it might be Washington. I think Dallas battles for a playoff spot. I think the teams that I don't have in, but Dallas, Arizona do. Carolina's sneaky to me. What is Carolina going to be? Does Baker make them a contender?
No.
You don't think so at all?
No.
All right. Okay.
Not playoffs. You got to be pushing 9. I don't think that team can win.
I don't know. So how are we going to grade these when it's all done? Because we all kind of have the same playoff teams, just in different orders.
We're going to come back
Yeah.
at the end of the season and be like, this is the beauty, is they give us a microphone and we can scream and opinionate.
And we don't know crap.
And we have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah,
Suckers.
This was a hard one this year. Usually, this is the hardest picks I've done in a while.
So when we sit here in January and go, how did we not see the Giants winning the East? How did we not see the New York Giants winning the East? And you idiots didn't have Jacksonville coming out of the South? I mean, what's wrong? What did we knew? Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's how this is going to go. All right. Well, that's interesting. They're very similar, but a little different.
And to me, it's the easiest one, but of the teams that will go worst to first, because there's actually a strong track record of that happening in divisions, is Baltimore. Because they were a talented team derailed by injuries, and I don't see Carolina.
Were they last place last year?
Or the Jets in that division? Yeah.
Oh, that's the easiest
Exactly.
call ever made. Yeah.
I don't see the Jaguars doing it.
Well, who were the last place teams? They were the Jets,
Ravens, Lions, Jets, Broncos, Jaguars, Giants, Seahawks, and Panthers.
Yeah, you like the Broncos, so I hear that, but that's easy, right? The Ravens were good. Their quarterback was out. Their whole running back room was like a bomb.
That division is tough though. So is AFC West.
I'll go out on a limb.
Yeah.
And if I'm putting money down to make money, give me the Jacksonville Jaguars.
To do what?
That's fun.
Win the division.
What?
Like if you're looking for, all right, you want to have one of those what's happening, give me the Jaguars to win the division and beat the Commanders this Sunday.
I like them to beat the Commanders this Sunday. So if you're looking for like a long shot, like a high odds,
no one's going to pick this. That's where I'd go.
Okay.
I'd say
No, that's fair. The Vikings to win the division wouldn't be that, right?
No, because people are saying Kirk Cousins is going to be MVP.
Yeah,
one person.
First of all, that's a regular season award. Too.
Well, that one person has a gigantic platform.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. That's fair.
No, but I've heard a
like
lot of
that.
hype. I
actually like
crazy.
that. I actually like that. I think Doug Peterson's terrific. I think he got run out of Philly, and it was stupid for them to
He won
fire
a
him.
Super Bowl.
He won a Super Bowl.
Ugh.
Yeah, with a backup quarterback, by the way. He won a Super Bowl with a backup quarterback.
Watch Jacoby Brissett
They
go off.
beat
That's
Tommy.
another one I keep thinking about.
You think Jacoby Brissett's going to go off?
I don't know. These are stupid things I keep
No, that's
thinking
fine.
about.
Well, okay, so here's one. Daniel Jones could go off. Like, there's people. Everybody's got opinion,
Geno
man.
Smith could.
Could he?
Are the
I
Giants?
don't
Would
know.
the Giants be that team for you, Jeff? If you're doing your
Joe Flacco could go off.
future
okay, the
placement
Giants
right now.
interest me, and I've heard
Why?
on our radio station how the Giants are garbage and they won't win 2 games,
What?
and that might be true. I think their defense is better than people think. If Saquon's healthy, like if Saquon looks like Saquon at all, remember how good he was, and it's such a gigantic if. I think they've got pass catchers. I think their defense is decent. I think they play in a division that is gettable by everybody in that division. I'm not calling the Giants. No, I'm not calling the Giants. But I'm telling you that it's not out. The Giants or Commanders could win that division too.
Were they? Okay, so.
Well, okay. So 2 of the 4 teams could win the division.
Well, they all could. That's a division where I can say I can make an
You're
argument for
one.
any of them.
So right now, Jacksonville's my
Yeah, I like Jacksonville.
off the board bet.
Can I have the
so
same one?
we have our picks.
Can I have the same one? Or
And
I
my
can't?
one
Yeah, you can have the same
wild
one.
card
like
odds
wacky-
against everything.
would be
Jacksonville winning the
making
division.
winning the division.
Yes.
Yeah, I would go there, but since you already took it,
Oh, Michael Irvin just said Kirk Cousins is going to be MVP.
Yeah, all right.
What's wrong with people? Stop it.
Isn't that a weird thing as a fan?
Washington.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you
When
Washington. I'll go Washington.
You're going Commanders? Okay. You're all. As a fan,
I like Commanders.
like when people talk about your team, you're like, stop talking about my team. Stop picking my team. But when people aren't talking about your team, why are you hating on us? Why are you being such a hater?
Yeah, disrespect. Yeah.
This is crazy, though. Poor Kirk. I'm looking at the Giants' schedule.
Well, I mean, they play.
Who's your crazy off the board pick?
Gosh.
Amory.
God, you guys picked the best ones.
Of course we did. Go with the Giants. Go with the Lions. Lions. Everybody loves the
Dude,
Lions.
that would be a great one. Wouldn't that
Everybody
be great?
loves the Lions, man.
Wouldn't that be
We
great?
just sat there last night and I watched Dan Campbell in the cut room with the GM and cut all these guys and hug them and tell them he loves them all and it's the hardest thing ever and I wish I could, I had room for you.
All right, I'll go with the Giants. I mean, the Lions.
All right, good.
Why not?
A. Marie, have a safe trip. It says on the.
I think the
text line.
Lions will have more wins than the Giants. How about that?
That's okay. All right. A. Marie, have a safe trip. Eddie Nunez was out at Albertsons last week handing out shirts and tickets and was very kind and polite trying to promote the Lobos, says the text line.
Nice.
That's good. All right, I'll get your correspondence when we come
Very
back.
excited.
505-246-0610. Opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Cherry Fridays are back. This Friday at
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all. Stucco is the way to go. The Southwest.
Pre-season predictions. A lot of the same. Going off the board, having some fun. Starts tonight, Rams and Bills. Preseason favorites for the Super Bowl, the Buffalo Bills. Odds makers like them right now. I think they'll have home field advantage in the postseason. I think Buffalo can be the number one seed in the AFC.
Samesies.
I like teams in the AFC West.
The AFC's tough, though,
And
JJ.
yeah, I think that they're going to be good football teams, but I don't think someone's going to run away with a gaudy record. That's why I think Buffalo has the advantage. And so I think we're going to see a lot of really good teams, but more maybe 11, 10-win teams than we're used to just because of the depth right now across the league.
Howie, good morning. Happy football season.
Well, good morning, everybody. And I'd like to tell you, Jeff, you know how you grade those picks? You give them all an F. You pick my Cowboys.
We're off the Christmas list. We're off the Christmas list.
We're not getting a card from Howie?
No.
You're all off the Christmas list. All three of you, you're off the Christmas list.
All right. What's your picks?
Well,
Cowboys are going to win all four divisions.
As much as it pains me, I am so I'm shuddering at the start of this football season because while I'm hoping somehow or another my Cowboys can run off 10 or 11 wins, I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up with 6 or 7 and we're on the outside looking in, maybe even third in the conference, because that's just how the Cowboys roll. They didn't improve in the offseason. That's what offseasons are for, improvement. You've got to build your team and try to move forward. And, you had a pretty good nucleus, and I'm not really sure what Jerry Jones is doing, but it was nothing to better the team. So how do you figure on a repeat performance from last year if you didn't improve?
Well, I'm worried about what they're going to do to protect their quarterback, how they're going to run the football. I'm worried about their first matchup, how they're going to run the football against that team. They lose a weapon. What did they replace it with? I think defensively they're going to be good. And offensively, I think they'll score enough points. I just don't know that I think they're dynamic enough. Now, can they win that division? They can win that division, yeah. They can. But I think one team comes out of that. And, JJ, that's a 9-win winner, don't you think?
I do.
Yeah.
I think it's a 10-win winner. And, the thing is, the wild card there is Jalen Hurts blossom this year? Because I think he very well may. And that's going to make Philly a dangerous team for a few years to come. One other disagreement I had with you guys is, and this is kind of my off-the-wall pick, I think the Raiders are going to win that division. And you guys say pick an unknown, pick an off-the-wall pick. That's my pick. The Raiders win the AFC East.
It's a good one. I got the Raiders in the playoffs.
So, one last thing, guys. At least let Dallas have this weekend's game. We're flying out to Dallas tomorrow, and don't let him break an 8-year-old boy's heart. It's going to be his first Luke's first NFL game ever.
So cool.
And me and his dad, we're going to taking him to see the Cowboys play the Buccaneers and see old Tom Brady. Oh, maybe Giselle won't let Tom Brady go to the game. I can hang on to that hope, right?
Yes, you can. Enjoy that trip. That'll be
Have a
really,
good day,
really
guys.
fun. Thanks, Howard. Enjoy that trip. Yeah, Cowboy fan is cranky. Carolina wins the NFC South, Terry said on the text line. That's his off the wall pick. Okay. All right. That would be an off the wall pick, certainly.
Off the wall. Tennessee?
Carolina.
Oh, sorry.
Carolina. Omar says, Jeff, I think Dallas Cowboys go 13-4. They're 3-1 going into Ramit. They split the first two, beat the Giants in Washington. But can you imagine the hype if NFL's $8 billion franchise going to SoFi undefeated? That could have early home court implications. Okay. I don't know that we're going to have that conversation, but we can if we need to. This is from Jason. Aggies and Miners on Saturday. Good morning, OD. Yes. What does it say? Yes. Lobo fan begging for fans. It's funny. Lobo fans kill Aggie fans for low attendance, but Aggie football had more fans for their opener than Lobo football for their opener. Let's just file that away, shall we? Okay, on to business at hand. Ladies and gents, the I-10 rivalry is upon us. The week where orange is a banned color and the orange juice is replaced with fruit punch. The Aggies will travel to that Las Cruces suburb of El Paso to face off against the Ditch Diggers. This is not an ordinary contest in so many ways. It marks the last time these two rivals will play this game as a non-conference game for the foreseeable future. It also marks the first time in some time where the game features two starting quarterbacks who starred as prepsters in the state of New Mexico. The Miners are the decided favorite, and let's be honest, are in a place New Mexico State hopes to get. The game is a big game for the undergrad population at New Mexico State University. They see those junior college students at West Texas Technical School as the next people taking their order at Cane's or Burger King, but want to beat them on the field or court. For alums, it's nice to beat UTEP, but many of us look at them with envy. The attendance, the budget, the ability to get good recruits to a place only 30 miles down the road. UTEP is what NMSU could be under Jerry Kill. That process starts this weekend. Why do Miner fans wear orange? So they can perform community service on the weekend and then head to the game without changing. What do you call a pretty girl at UTEP? A girl from New Mexico State who's visiting her dullard brother. Crimsonally, Jason. You going to use those in your act? You can. All right, that was good. There were a few good lines in there. There were a few good. The Las Cruces suburb of El Paso made me chuckle. I thought that was funny. Two New Mexico prep stars starting at quarterback. Gavin Hardison from Hobbs and an Albuquerque kid in Diego Pavia probably starting for New Mexico State. I'm interested in watching the Aggies and Miners on Saturday night. I want to see what. Well, both of them are on the Lobo schedule, so maybe you all should be interested in as well. And I think they're probably both looking at them as a must-win, don't you think?
Yes. This is a game for New Mexico State. You're able to take some time after your crazy week one, coming down from Minnesota, feel like you should have a better chance to compete. UTEP is better than the Aggies now. But if you're those quarterbacks, especially those wide receivers, that offensive line, like, all right, now's our time to try to showcase something. Now's our time to see what we are at least at this point in the season.
All right, when we come back, we'll wrap this thing up. Who you got tonight? Ramit, Buffalo. I know who you got. You know who I got. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Little breaking news this morning, although I don't know how alarming it is. Dabo Swinney signed a new contract at Clemson, the head football coach there. He's agreed to a new 10-year contract. Latest is the greatest, right? If you sign it now, you get paid the most. 10 years, $115 million to coach college football at Clemson. Runs through the 2031 season. How was that 10 years? Yeah, I guess that's right. A little over $11.5 million a year. So he's set to earn $10.5 million this year. It's just behind Nick Saban, who recently got a raise to $10.7 million. Where's all that TV money going? There you go. I mean, look, I'm all about guys getting their money, man. Good for him. Get what you can get. And that's market value now, then that's market value now. Kirby Smart's making what? 10 years, $112 million. So this was.
So they have to go back and rework Saban's contract?
Probably.
Make sure he gets a little bit more than Dabo.
And his Aflac deal, and yeah. Okay. Not surprising. But it's there, and it's something for you to know about. All right, we didn't get into Sid's number one pet peeve, JJ. Do you care?
What is it?
Mr. Symbieta, Lobo football can't control the Duke schedule, the state fair, or APS. But they should be able to control what's going on their own campus for those 6 days. Instead of trying to get APS to move all their games, why doesn't Gonzalez go to Popejoy and read them the riot act? Why are they having a Queen tribute on next Saturday, the same time as Lobo football against UTEP? If that's your number one pet peeve, you're doing just fine. I'm going to guess, again, we're big enough that we can handle more than one event. What?
Oh, that's awesome.
Why does that one surprise you so much?
It's funny.
Yeah. Let me let me give you some more off the text line. Let me refresh it, and I'll get you all these things. What did NMSU Aggies get on their SATs? Answer: drool. See what he did there? Can Baker Mayfield win Comeback Player of the Year, or can Jimmy G win it? What's Jimmy G coming back from? Jimmy G was in the NFC Championship game last year. Baker, well, what would Baker coming back from? Injury? It's interesting. All right, candidate Saquon would be a candidate for Comeback Player of the Year, right? McCaffrey would be candidate for Comeback Player of the Year. What are those two guys?
Yes.
Two of the top 10 drafts picks in your draft, probably, right? Is Baker on that list? Comeback Player of the Year? Can he be? Michael Thomas? Those are guys, right? Michael Thomas, Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey. Those are the guys you're thinking of for that, right?
Yes.
All right. United fans, it says, this says, Lobo football will never be a big draw in this town until they win, ? United fans are soccer fans and will be loyal to them if they win, lose, or tie. Okay?
Well, the question is, I know everyone always hears bits and pieces of arguments, and then says, boom, this fits with what I like.
Right.
It's, you do your best to say, hey, come support us. But right now, you're in a situation where there's been so much losing for Lobo football that there's a strong faction, and I'm sure that there's a percentage that could take that from 15,000 up to 18,000 that are like, hey, I need to see it before I'm going to buy into the hype. And that's with anything, but especially Lobo football right now.
So what do you do then, right? If you're Lobo football, you think you're better, you want to build something, and this is a no-win game for some of you. And this is where the guy who calls Danny Gonzalez, I'm going to call Edward out on this too. Those of you who give Danny a hard time for being so present, for being out, for being vocal about his program, for believing it, for being passionate, some of you call him a cheerleader, whatever. If he wasn't doing that, kind of like, I don't know, his predecessor, then you would beat up on him for that too. So what is it you want? You're like, I don't want to hear him out there all the time, rah, rah. Well, okay, fine, then don't listen. Because you're probably the guy who's not going anyway, right? Edward's not going. With all due respect, Edward's an NFL guy, loves Tom Brady. He's not going to a lot of Lobo games. And that's fine. That's not his bag. Okay? Remember Jeffrey used to call, I love Lobo basketball, but Lobo football is insipid to me. And he used to say he's not going. Okay. Right? At least you're out there and you're like, that's not my thing. They're not making up reasons why I'm not going. It's too cold. It's too hot. It's too Sunday. It's too early. It's too late. Whatever. I couldn't get a ticket 2 minutes before the game. It pissed me off. But for those of you who are out there with, well, I'm tired of his cheerleading, and I've got that stuff too. Danny Gonzalez is doing this thing the right way. And I will tell you, I think he's doing it the right way for the right reasons. I do believe he cares. Now, does he benefit if the program is successful? Of course he does. But so do we all. But I asked you that question, JT, because you've heard this too. Well, he's out there cheerleading, and they're begging. I just heard begging people. What do you want the coach to do? You want him to be silent and quiet and not out in the community like his predecessor that you beat up on for not being out there?
That's what you want from your head coach, specifically in this market where people feel that they deserve to have a different attachment to the team. They say, we want locals. We want someone that cares about it. Well, that's what you got.
You got someone who's passionate, who cares, who's out selling it, who's at Albertsons on a Friday, and he's at Isotopes game on Wednesday, and he's at basketball games. He's present. You can shake his hand. He will talk to you. He's everything that you would think that you would want from a guy building a program, except for you're going to tell me, well, he hasn't won. And I would say yet. You're right. They have not won at that level. You're right. And 98% of these things takes 3 to 5 years to build. Now, you decide if he's in year 2 or 3. I mean, you decide what credit he gets for that COVID year. I'm going to tell you, just keeping that thing together with bubble gum and duct tape was doing something. But I'll ask you, what is it for those of you who are like, yeah, he's out there and he's cheerleading and they're begging and all these things that you're sending me. What is it you want?
What do you want?
Where's the fine line? Because you're probably the same people who told me that the last guy wasn't present enough, right?
What do you want?
505-246-0610. I'll take it. Hello, Ken. How you doing?
Good. Real quick, so I got my tickets this morning. There is plenty of tickets. So right. I don't even know if they'll get 20,000, which would be amazing to me. But for me, you know, as a lifelong Lobo fan and a resident here, this is a statement game. This could completely catapult this program into the next level. If somehow we can win tomorrow, this would change everything. Everybody would start talking about it. What a great win. It's not about the fans going, which, you know, it is, you know, kind of. But if there's 10,000 people there at the game tomorrow night and they win, that is massive. Mm-hmm. That would change people's perception of, hey, you know, let's you know, give this team a chance here. If we lose barely, I don't think that's going to hurt them that much. If we get blown out, then the perception is going to be same old Lobos. So this is a massive opportunity for this program, this coach, to do something to basically get
the concern.
Ken echoes my expectations, my sentiment for tomorrow night's game. Compete. I'm not expecting the Lobos to win that game, but I do not want to see 28-3 at half.
Yeah. Hoser, good morning. Josh Way.
What it's going to take is
a new phone for Hoser.
A new phone.
There's fans that.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got Jerry Palm's old phone.
Sorry, Josh Way. We only have like a little bit of time left.
And he's got Jerry Palm's old phone, so
he was so excited when Jerry sent him the phone, but little does he know.
It doesn't work. That's why. All right, who you got tonight? Rams, Bills. You're not gonna hurt my feelings.
No, this is a tough one.
They're supposed to be.
It ain't easy.
I'm taking the Rams.
Yes. Ram it.
Ram it. I told Steph.
You on the Rams?
Buffalo.
Sean McVay has not lost.
27-24.
Right on the number.
Right on the number.
Right on the number. In the number 3?
I thought it was like 2.5.
And 41.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I think it's right on the number.
I can't wait.
All right. Tomorrow morning we'll talk about it. Steph will be here. You'll be in Nueva York.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
You. Thanks, guys. I'm going to live tweet from the Boise State Bar.
What's it called? I want to be there.
I'll actually text you.
All right. The spread's 2.5. So you're taking the Bills and laying the 2.5 tonight. I think the Rams find a way to do this tonight. I just...
It's crazy that we're saying find a way.
Dude, the Bills are the odds-on favorite everywhere to win the Super Bowl.
I know.
Like, I know the Rams are the defending champions, but the Bills are the favorite everywhere you look.
It's gonna be a great game.
The Bills are down their top cornerback. There's going to be explosive plays for the Rams. Josh Allen.
Are you talking me into playing Stafford over Jameis?
Oh, yes. Josh Allen.
The Saints play the Falcons.
I get it. Aaron Donald's coming. It's going to be his face, so Josh Allen's going to go, I'm going to run over here and throw the ball really far downfield to one of my explosive players. It's going to be electric.
Enjoy it tonight. Thanks to Mike Bradbury, Jerry Palm, and Jordan Porter. All of them guested on our show today. The Jim Rome Show is next. The Herd with Colin Cowards after that. 2 Men On come your way at 4, and then you get Isotopes Baseball against the Chihuahuas. Hey, Marie, safe travels to you, and happy birthday.
Thank you.
Adrian, safe travels home to you, and whenever your birthday is, I hope it's a good one.
No one hears
Big
about.
day for you today?
Huge day.
Enjoy it, please.
We drop
Be
into the
good to
middle
each
of
other and enjoy
firefights
the
to
footy.
rescue others.
Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing.
And
We will
active
smell you
one-man
tomorrow
air
at
traffic
7 a.m.
control towers. We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at
bouncing into each other. I think Ella Chavez, the setter, was probably the one who should have had it. Oh, blocked up at the line and falls in perfectly. The Sartans.
Pushing it across is Petrie. Meyer once again, Echerivel. Baker gets it off the block to Meyer. Echerivel, this time she just pushes it. And that one, she was there, was Perea, but it went off the foot.
In that goal. Sartans have possessed the ball in the offensive zone a lot in dangerous spots just like this. Devaney with another shot and another goal. Noah Devaney. Baca. Oh, what a cannon. Del Greco with authority from the front.
Still alive, pushing it where nobody is. Was number 10, Ella Lopez.
Successful so far. He's looking, and what's the route there? As Garris is in for a touchdown. And you said they're going to go to that over and over again.
Yep. He had 2 options open there and a little post wheel on the left side, and the post was wide open as well.
Popped up, set, crush. But it's dug up. There's another one. That one's not going to be returned. That was just like meat right there. Just grabbed it, ripped it down. Was number 12, CeCe Vance. You don't want to make it that easy.
Curling ball towards the top, and it's in. Sandia Prep gets their first goal of the game. And it is a familiar face, Finnegan Saunders with the shot.